Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to take you on a little trip. Sorry about that. Take you on a little trip with me. I am going to Chit Chats, which is where I post my Etsy orders and any orders I get online. So I have an Etsy order for Mexican pottery that somebody bought, and I'm going to Chit Chats to drop that off so they can receive their order on time. It's a Sunday, but still. And then I'm gonna go to Maker's Market. That's where I have a little little shelf that I rent there, and I put some of my unique vintage rings on that shelf. So I'm gonna be going there to kind of replenish and move things around. I was making good sales there, but more recently, like this month, it's been slow. And usually when that happens, it's when there's a need to refreshen the inventory. So I'm gonna go do that as well. And then last but not least, I'm gonna go to thrifting, either Goodwill or the Salvation Army thrift store. And the reason for that is I am completely out of brass candle holders. Yay! So I can actually buy brass candle holders now and other brass things if I find them. So I'm going to take you along for that. If you just want to skip to the thrifting part, you can. I will not be offended. Hope you guys enjoy the video. If you're new here, my name's Fatima. I look for vintage things, home decor mostly, and list them online and or put them in my booth. And I do enjoy doing this a lot. I do have a full-time job as well, and well, this is my life. All right, hope you guys enjoy. Have a good one. It's not until you make a video of yourself walking that you realize you walk really weird. What is that? What was that? I don't know. That's not cool. It's just weird. Okay, now I am going to the Maker's Market on Dundas Street East. Oh wait, Dundas Street West. And that's basically the junction area in Toronto. Same. I thought I'll come replenish the rings and stuff and move the stuff around.
Yeah, so like everything we've got for the rings is out right now.
Perfect.
Like when you messaged me before, there was just this one in the back, and I was able to create enough space for it. But if you want to change things around, you definitely can.
Yeah, I think I'll switch some stuff out that hasn't been selling, and then see how that works.
I also have, since you're here, I'm gonna go grab it out of the back. There's a bag of jewelry. It's not like the vintage rings, but I think it's from when you were here before, and it was like extra overstock that I found, and it's more just kind of, I think, like beaded necklaces and stuff.
Oh, I see, yeah.
I'll go grab it for you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Okay, so this is the before, and then 20 hours later, this is the after. I did replace a bunch. I took away a few. I didn't want it to be overcrowded, and I replaced the ones that have been sitting on the shelf that haven't sold for a while. So here we are. And then I'm going to give you a quick tour of the Maker's Market, where they have all sorts of small businesses that put their products here, rent space. I loved these octopuses. And also the dragons. I mean, they're all wine holders or Tabasco holders. This black one was so cool looking. So this is all 3D printed. I don't know if you guys know about it, but I mean, that's how, I'm pretty sure it's really expensive to make it like that because you have to buy all the stuff for the 3D printer. But a very cool idea to make wine holders that are so epic looking. This was actual pottery. I was really happy to see this. I'm glad people are still doing this, even though it's so much hard work. It's not easy to do at all. Then I saw some wood carving, carved like vases and other things, and priced accordingly. I wasn't like, it wasn't overpriced and wasn't underpriced. I'm really scared to see underpriced products when it comes to like small businesses, because you know what, they're usually selling at a loss, and if they're so like low and not priced properly. So I think someone's doing the resin art on the bottoms of these wine glasses. I thought that was pretty cool. It wasn't a bad idea. I think it was actually a very unique idea. And I don't know how their sales are, but look how awesome these things are. There's somebody else selling rings here, but they are newer, not vintage, but they're still silver and gemstones, which is cool. So this is also ceramic, and I loved their card. I don't know what it was with the color combo and the way they wrote. It just such a beautiful card. And I loved the plates they had, especially the one with the blue design on it. I really like it. I do love me some fused glass, and these would be awesome to hang on sun catchers. So I was like, oh my god, I do like it. I don't know if I want to buy it, but I do like it. They did a good job. I really like these art prints. They were actually very cool. The concepts were really nice, and I was looking at the one that was the circular one because I have a vintage frame that maybe I could squeeze that into, but I wasn't sure of the size, so I didn't get it. Okay, I'm finally at Goodwill. It's 12:53. It's not the most ideal time to be thrifting. You're supposed to come early in the morning, especially if you want to make a video, because otherwise it's super busy and it's annoying. Anyways, I will try to do my best. I couldn't really find parking close to it. It was kind of annoying. Again, people, so many people. Anyways, hope you guys enjoy. I'm moving so fast because I'm trying to run to the metal section where I will find my candle holders. However, I didn't. They had 0 brass candle holders. That was a brass toilet paper holder. It wasn't bad at all, and I almost got it, but I think it was missing a part, so So I grabbed this candelabra. I hadn't seen something like this before, where it was like so big on the top on one of them. I wasn't sure if this was something put together, if it came like that. Either way, brass is selling, but silver candle holders are not selling. I don't know about you guys, so I didn't end up buying it. Look how cool this is. I didn't get it. It's way too big. I don't have enough space in my booth or my car, but it was pretty cool for kids, like, you know, room, maybe, perhaps. Extremely flimsy and not well made at all. So these are filing, I don't know what you file in that, CDs? I don't know. Anyways, they were kind of plastic. They looked like wooden, but it was actually plastic, so no. Here I thought I found a vintage index card holder thing, but it wasn't. Also not wood. And I did the comms online. They weren't selling for a lot, maybe 20 bucks max. So I'm like, no, it's too big to be selling for $20 only. So disappointed from the metal section, I decided to come to the vase section, see if I find any cool pottery or even cool vases that I could sell. Okay, so I know this is pottery, and I did initially like it, but I was like, I don't know if this is Blue Mountain pottery, and of course it's not Blue Mountain pottery. And anyways, I came back to it. Don't worry, I left it there for now, but I came back to these. This one was definitely Blue Mountain pottery for $5.99, but it was chipped and I left it. So initially I left this vase, but then I picked it up again because it did come up on comms. But then I met a couple of resellers at the Goodwill, and one of them, a veteran, told me that these are not selling for her, even though she has the colored glass ones. So I ended up leaving that vase behind. You know, it was really nice meeting other resellers because I have no connections here in terms of, yeah, I have the people at the antique market and vendors there, but nothing too close. I know a lot of resellers in the US, they kind of hang out together, they go thrifting together. It's like a whole thing, but not here. So initially I was really excited to pick up this mirror, and I was like, well, $4.99, I could sell it as is because these are, you know, going for something. So I put it in my cart, but then I'll show you later what happened. Okay, so they brought this out from the cart, and it took me a while to open them and figure out what they were. These are actually slide holders from back in the day, I guess when movies and such came in slides, one by one, and you would slide them in like in order, I guess. Anyways, I did the comms online. They don't go for a whole lot, although they were solid, like metal made, nice storage boxes, but they had the little slide holder sections inside, so I left them behind. These were cool, but they were pictures, not paintings. Not that they were not awesome, they were. And there was a whole bunch of them here, so if somebody wanted a whole collection of these, you know, they were there at Goodwill. But they weren't paintings or sketches that I'm usually looking for. Okay, so here I found another mirror similar to the kind I had, the oval one that I had recently redid in the sage green, and
it actually sold on Marketplace within a week. So I was like, you know what, I'll get this one as well. Maybe paint it the same, maybe slightly different, I'll see. But it's exactly the same type of design, so I'm thinking it's from the same company, wherever they got it from. This looks like something from the 80s. Definitely not my style. For $3.79, I left it behind. Thought this was original art, but it was just a print. I don't know why, but I really like this. I know it's a print, and even the frame wasn't that great. I put it in my cart because of how cool the train looked in the night. You could tell that it was nighttime somehow, or you know, evening. I don't know. I loved it. I put it on my cart. I did not end up buying it because it doesn't make sense. No one's gonna purchase this from me. What the heck, guys? I know some people, resellers, buy these and they end up selling them too, but they're so, I don't know. No, not for me. I want to stick to buying stuff that I personally like, because then that will make me happy. And so I would I would continue doing what I do because of what I pick up. Here's the rest of the art, photographs that were framed, and like I said, it was a whole collection. So if somebody wanted a black and white collection for their home, boom, you got one. I thought I was looking for a frame, so I picked one up, but I realized I wasn't looking for a frame, and so I left it behind. I liked the green on there and how earthy it looked. That's why I picked it up. I know it was contemporary, made in China, but it was for like personal use. But like I said, I realized later on I actually don't need it. This elephant planter was kind of cool, but it was cracked, major crack. And then these were whales and they had a tag. I guess there was something special, but you know, they were quite ugly, so I left them behind. This aisle was quite busy, just like the rest of the aisles, but I still kind of squeezed through here and there. I'm still looking for the crystal canister, which I didn't end up finding. Okay, so this was a mirror. No, it was a frame. It was a frame and had brass inside and then wood, but it was so tiny I wouldn't be able to sell it for much profit. So I left it for somebody who would actually use it in their home, you know. And look, a collection of masks. Somebody literally just dropped a bunch of masks here. Then I saw this lioness, very cool, very contemporary, however. So I left her. I mean, I do like her, but I don't know what it was that I wasn't feeling it. So I left her behind, and then I saw these puppies, and then I saw a matching one somewhere, and so I decided, you know, they need to be together because they're both sleepy puppies. Here they go. So they're together now. Then there was these other lots and lots of figurines. Like if you wanted to collect little puppies, here you go. Come to Goodwill. I mean, look at this one. Look at his face. So cute. Once again, there wasn't a lot of space for me to look at these things, so I moved on. Here is a whole condiment holder. It had little, like the tops had the stuff on it, like here's peppers, garlic, ginger. But I think it was like $9.99 for this, so I left it behind. You see that rush of people? Those were the resellers talking to each other, because I guess they ran into each other and then I ran into them. So we all started talking. So now I have 2 new reseller friends. In the furniture section, not much happening except for that one wooden vintage chair. Other than that, I mean, there was a lot happening, trust me, but not much happening for me. Okay, so here's the problem with the frame that I got with the mirror. So there was a bunch of chips and somebody had just painted like yellow on it everywhere. And if it was chipped, yeah, I guess I wouldn't have bought it anyways, but the yellow doesn't help either. It's not rub and buff, and it would be a hassle getting rid of it. Anyways, I got this thinking this is the real original vintage candle holder that's supposed to look like that, but the color on the top was throwing me off and I realized it might not be vintage. Okay, so I came back to these. I saw underneath it said Canada, CCC Canada, so apparently that's also a pottery company, just like Blue Mountain Pottery. So I ended up getting these two, and then I saw these salt and pepper shakers for the American flag. I thought for 4th of July would be so cute, but yeah, no, made in China, and I don't know when I was gonna sell this as well. I left this for somebody who might be celebrating 4th of July here in Canada, and then they could buy it for their homes. This one I believe is a candle holder. You put a candle inside it, and then yeah, I think. I'm not exactly sure. Okay, so here's a piece of pottery. It was not signed, and I wasn't sure if this was like Japanese made. The design seemed like it was Japanese made, but once again, it was not signed at all, so I wasn't sure if this was actual vintage pottery. Very pretty, but I have similar vases at my antique booth right now. They're not selling, so I'm not gonna bother with this one. Saw some milk glass, was almost tempted, but then I was like, nah, I'll leave it behind. Even if I get that one vase, I'm not going to be able to sell it for much. So anyways, still looking at frames thinking I need one, but like I said, I realized later on I don't actually need one. I realize now that these were actually vases with this kind of cool mid-century design, or Japanese even, because Japanese flower arrangements, they love doing it in like these rectangular vases or ceramic pots. Okay, so here's a view of my cart. This is what I ended up getting: the mirror and the 2 pottery. Okay, so I literally only bought 3 things here, and my total was $7.56, something like that. And now I'm gonna go to Value Village in the hopes of finding some brass candle holders. Okay, the reason why I'm going to Value Village instead of Salvation Army is because Salvation Army is closed on Sundays. I didn't know that. Did you know that? I didn't know that. Okay, so once again, I did not find brass candle holders. What is happening, guys? I didn't find any cool candle holders, to be honest. I don't know why. I did pick up this candelabra initially thinking, I like it, but then I tried to do comms on it, nothing came up, and I was like, you know what, I already have silver candelabras that are not selling in my booth. I don't want to add to that list, so I left that one behind. Okay, here's an Astro brass frame, $3.99. It was so cool, and the velvet in the back was brown. I loved that. It was hand polished, which I really like, and so I ended up getting it. It's really cute. Carved wood vase. Normally I would jump at that, but then I realized, you know what, this is more like the Caribbean style. Okay, so this is a real treasure I found. This is a vanity box, crystal bowl, I guess, that's lidded. The top is brass, but the middle is not, and the comms were crazy, about $100 for this. They had listed it for, I believe, $7.99. Yes, and I bought it instantly. I thought, you know, I'm not going to sell it for 100 because I feel like that's kind of out there. But also I realized it's pretty rare. I did not find any other ones online at all. So Hollywood Regency style, I really like it. So I ended up getting it. Not this one though. It had the barcodes that tells me it's actually contemporary, not vintage. So I left that one behind. I really liked it. Very intricate design. Looked like it might be Victorian. It said EP over something, but it was listed for I think $10. So I left it. Like, how much more am I gonna buy it for? This is $10 plus tax, remember, because I'm at Value Village and it's a for-profit company. At first I thought I really like it because usually you find these but without the spoon, and this one had the spoon, but there was some discoloration even though on the thing itself it said, you know, tarnish resistant and this and that. It's funny, but it's so old, and it had the plastic lining inside. Very cool. I believe it's 70s or 80s, but I left it behind at the end. So I'm looking for lidded crystal dishes, but more like the rectangular cylinder type. These ones were listed at $12.99 for each. So, and not even the ones I was looking for, so I left them. I didn't bother. So in the art section, I'm looking for either awesome mirrors or some original art, and I thought I found this one, $13.99. Actually, I think it is for sure. It was pastel colored poppies, and I did like it a lot, and it was framed, contemporary frame, but you know, that's okay since it's original art. At the end, I left it. I kind of do regret it, but the reason for me leaving this was the size, because neither my booth nor my car has any space, so all I can do is get small stuff. I thought this looked like cool southwestern kind of Scandinavian art. Is made in 98. It looked like watercolor but then markers on top. It was very cool to be honest, but it wasn't framed, so it's harder to sell stuff that's not framed. Realized it was like something printed on board, so I left it. This one kind of reminded me of another painting I have, but this one was print, so I left it as well. However, I think it would have been cool to pick it up because it kind of resembles one of the other framed paintings I have. The matting is exactly the same brown, so I could have paired them together and put them up even if this one is a print. This was kind of cute as well. It was a wooden board and they had made this bird on top of it. She almost looked real. I don't know what they did with the eyes, but it was pretty cool. 86 too, so it was definitely vintage. But I left it for somebody who might enjoy it in their home. Harder for me to sell it as is. So we have a little cactus plant and it needs a bigger pot. So I thought, maybe I'll look here and see if I find something that's cool and, not cheap looking, not plastic, but has a hole at the bottom. So that's what I was doing. Among other things, of course, looking for cool, like this one's an onyx candle holder, I guess. But it was a simple one. I don't think this is a candle holder, to be honest. I think this is something else. I just don't know what it is. I'll have to figure it out. Anyways, I was looking for pottery or anything. So this one was kind of crackled, $5.99, and it makes me think it was vintage, but no sign, or wasn't signed at the bottom, and those don't tend to sell if they're not signed. So I saw this one. It was, Asian art, blue and white. I'm loving these days, the blue and white. I don't tend to pick a lot of it up, but this one was cool for $3.99. Had a hole at the bottom as well. So all I needed now was a little crystal dish to put under it so that it would catch the water when it comes out of the hole. Here's a contemporary frog. You put water and then you put individual stems of the flowers in there to make an arrangement how you would like it. And I guess it would have to be smaller, not very tall, because they would topple over. But that was a frog. This, however, is contemporary pottery, maybe from like Winners or something. Okay, so I found this vase. It's milk glass. It was quite unique looking, and I did the comms on it. So it's called a rosebud vase for and it goes for a bit, depending on if it's a a collector looking for it. But yeah, so I ended up getting that one. Even though right now I'm pretending I'm not interested. I most definitely am interested. A little wooden bowl, also very contemporary, so I didn't end up getting it. Although I was considering it for the pot, but it didn't have a hole at the bottom, so I didn't bother. Also, it was quite shallow. I don't know if this would have worked. Not much happening in the baggy section, so I just, looked at it for a little bit and then moved on. Okay, so this is magenta cups or soup bowls, I guess, and there was a few of these with the bicycle on there. I haven't actually sold any yet, so even though I put this in my cart and later, I found a bunch, I was like, I don't know if I can get it. There's another soup bowl that I liked, but the one I really, really wanted was a Japanese-made vintage one. Okay, so I'm looking at this one because the white cat resembles my cat, and I was like, should I get it? No, I have too many things. So I like cups with roses on them or butterflies on them, and these ones seemed kind of cool, like a botanical one, but I only pick them up if I find a pair. I don't want to pick up individual ones, so these were cool, but I left them behind. Okay, so here I found the Japanese soup bowl. Also, let me tell you, my storage of my phone was max, so the rest of the video might be in just me showing you stuff in pictures because that's what happened. Anyways, here's the soup bowl that I really liked. It's beautiful, $3.99, no chips or cracks, and I wanted to find a second one so bad. Instead, I found these milk glass French onion soup bowls. I found a set of 6 for $10.99. That was awesome, and the comms were great. And then I found this kind of casserole bowl, but the lid had lots of chips, so I left that one behind. Then I found this awesome Japanese teapot. It was huge and had a brass handle. I thought it was really beautiful, but for $19.99, I didn't get it. Then there was this little cute yellow sugar pot, then these more teapots that I liked, some jars I liked but didn't get. Then there was this dish that I liked, but it was $27.99. I was like, what is going on? Anyways, here's some more pictures of what I saw. I picked this up, but it wouldn't close properly, so I left it. Here's the crystal dish I got, and then this massive bowl looked cool. This carved phoenix was awesome. Didn't get it, and then left this one behind, as I said. So here's a quick haul. I got this dish, washed it up, took some awesome pictures. It is on my website now if you're interested in getting it. Then these pottery bowls. It says CCC Canada, kind of cool. It looks like a paw underneath. Then obviously these French onion milk glass bowls, which are really cute. And this vase as well, also very cute. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please remember to subscribe and look out for my new video coming out soon. There's no schedule to my videos now, and no method to my madness either. See you later. Bye.